What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here. And today, as you can see, we're back on some more Ark Survival Evolved. Because I've got to do base tours. I'm going to call it base tours, even though it kind of isn't. It's basically called building tours. I'm going to show off all the buildings that I've made during my time playing Ark, spanning several different maps. And you can actually see how I progress in building. Because building and bases are totally different. The bases where you stay and locate and you go back to that base and so on and so forth. So these are just some of the buildings that I messed around with. Now this isn't a new series. This series has already been on my channel for quite a bit. I've also got a playlist on it, so make sure you can check it out. I'll link it at the end of the video so you can actually see how I first started off on Ark. And I mean from the very beginning in the island map. You'll see all my very first bases that I built, and I'm about to get attacked, I do believe. So we're going to start off. We're on the center map. I did quite a lot of building on the center map, so let's just get straight to it. I heard a roar or something. Okay, this place is just a dangerous place. So, okay, yeah, something's getting attacked over there, as you can see. Really? As you can see, we're on the the volcano island place here on the center map. I don't know why it's showing I haven't discovered a lot, because I've been across the entire map. But we're sort of there, even though our fingers covered it. And this is going to be the first base or building that I'm going to show off. I made like a main, I don't know what you'd call it, a sculpture maybe here. Now you need to remember, all these buildings that you're about to see are before the Homestead update came out. If you don't know what the Homestead update, it basically is where they, oh my god, introduced all the S Plus mechanics to it. So they're not going to be super good. I do try and experiment with going to different shapes and everything, but when you didn't have S Plus, squares and rectangles were really the best thing you could do. But I did experiment with some things. So you can see, just a main little, I don't know what you'd call, installation, exhibit. I'm stuck. Let's try and get an alright view. This was me just experimenting. So as you can see, nothing fancy. Oh my god, there's a T-Rex coming over there. This ain't gonna go good. Really? The main structure, for some reason, has got a metal node outside of it. But as you can see, I tried. Oh, there's an alpha over there. I did experiment with a lot of different shapes and building techniques on the center, which I am on right now. And this took quite a while to build, trying to get stuff that didn't look so square and rectangle. I sort of accomplished it in this build. It was kind of cool, this build. But yet again, none of these builds are going to be completely finished, so I'm not going to call them bases. They're just builds that I did in Ark Survival Evolved. Oh wow, you're pretty hurt, my dude. You've got no food. You're probably going to die soon. So yeah, this is a pretty cool base, if I do say so myself. This is just the top of it, looking pretty cool. And over here we've got a little balcony with a little, I don't know what kind this shape is, I don't have a clue what to call it, but just messing around with building an Ark can be so rewarding sometimes. And then if you come down here, I had my little storage area. As you can see, this is not complete, this is far from complete, but as you can see, I've got vaults and everything that you can access. This is going to be my little underground storage place, because unfortunately we can't actually build into the terrain on Ark. So yeah, this was a little storage place, and it would lead out onto where you'd actually land your flyers. Looking pretty that Alpha Con is really close, really good. So this was one of my first I'm gonna kill this, experimental builds. As you can see, we're gonna get a decent view from up here. I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't go with traditional shapes on Ark. As you can see, the front is kind of weird and different looking. This is one of my bases that I do prefer. I just wish I had designed it better on the inside. But yeah, I think it's really cool. You'll have to let me know what you mortals think down in the comments below on the first build that you have seen. But we're going to be moving on very quick. So we're going to be moving on to the next build and on to the next one and on to the next one really quick. So we'll meet you over at another building. So we're at the next base location. This base is only very small, but as you can see, we're no longer on the volcano island over here. Now, I created this tiny little small base when I was doing the How to Tame series, where I cover basically every animal that you can tame in Ark. And when I mean every animal, by this time extinction, aberration and stuff like that weren't out, so I haven't covered them creatures. Yeah, this is a little base that I created then. So boom, we turn around. It's just a little kind of base homestead place to call. We got our little beehive outside. Like I said, this is totally unfinished. We got some different creatures in here. All my creatures that I ever did on there, they're all built up there. They're all there. So yeah, just a little tiny base, or building as I call it. Nothing absolutely spectacular, it just overlooks some nice views in Ark. I've got a little pirate ship down there. And if we fly up top, now it's raining, thanks Ark. This has got a little landing area, so when you'd fly in, you'd bring your dinos here, you'd hop off and go into the main building. But yeah, that's just a little simple small base, experimenting yet again with the mechanics of Ark, seeing I can push the boundaries too. As you can see, if we go down here, I had to actually extend the pillars all the way down just so I could get some foundation support on my little balconies here. But anyway, small base location over. Let's move on to a different one. So, base location number 3. As you can see, I've got a bunch of tech dinos in the background here. Now, this base is completely not finished. This was an absolutely experimental build, because I experiment with a lot of different mechanics and the limitations and stuff. But you might... Right behind us. So this is a base that I never truly finished. I got so frustrated with trying to make this. It was just so unbelievably hard to try and do and get it the way I wanted to. As you can see, the walls are placed all the way around, because I was experimenting with different textures and stuff that you can get. So you might understand why this is kind of hard to do. But let's go up. Let's go into the main place here. And as you can see, I've actually created a smithy and a couple of storages here, because at this time we didn't have created mode, so I needed a bunch of building materials and stuff. Now, the main points on these builds is the roof. Trying to get the decoration in this roof to all match up properly was extremely hard to do, but as you can see, I managed to get it quite decently done. I'm so proud of this roof. But yeah, again, this isn't built on, well, this bit is, the middle bit is, but most of it isn't built on normal foundations. It's all pillars and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that mosaic roof kind of thing. But then we had a little off feature here, which I also did the same thing. I think this is so cool, the patterns that I could try and make just with the glass ceilings and then glass all the way around, so you could just look out, because this place has got some really nice views, because we are on the edge of the map right here. That is the edge, that's where the massive cliff goes, and outside it's still raining. So yeah, experiment with Ark. That's all I say. If you're trying to build and you're trying to get better, you need to experiment a lot with Ark. As you can tell, there's still some imperfections in my builds, a lot of them, but still keep in mind this was all done without the use of S+. Still raining outside, but what the hell. Let's go up and check the roof of this. As you can see, the pillars do stick out and it's kind of sad, but I think the roof itself looks amazing from bottom and top view. It looks really cool. You guys can either agree with me or disagree with me in the comments down below, but you can get some really cool patterns. Just looking really cool, really awesome. But that's another experimental base. We're going to move on to another experimental base in the next one, but let's get straight to it, shall we? So we're at another base or build location. As you can see, there's just birds going around. They might attack me very soon. But just want to note, this base is not finished whatsoever. You just had a quick glance of it there. At this moment in time when I was doing this base, I was experimenting with pyramids and stuff, trying to get it, but this build is not finished, not by a long shot, but I thought I'd show it you anyway, because it's mainly out of the greenhouse stuff. So let's just turn and get the reveal on the go. Kaboom. Yeah. As you can see, this build, the middle bit is kind of finished. But yeah, I was experimenting with pyramids and how I could get them to look pretty decent. I've got a smaller pyramid down here. The idea for this was no foundations whatsoever. It was all pillar based, but there was meant to be secret passages that led to different parts of the base. So this would be the main base where you'd come and offload your dinos, as you can just see by the vaults here. But then you could go down either of these sections, run down, and then go back up to a different part of the base. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. As you can see, this one isn't finished. I can't remember what this one was going to be. I can't remember what this was going to be, but we can go back down, go around, go back up, and then you can access a different part of the base by going down this one, then going back up. This was going to be like the fabrication room, as you can see by all the smithies and everything else in here. But yeah, I was going to do this for all of them, but I kind of ran out of room because this is kind of a flat spot, but it's not very big. As you can see, I would have run into a lot of trouble over here because there was going to be like a pyramid on every single one of these. So main one, then there was going to be 4 little smaller pyramids around it, each pyramid with a different functionality. But yeah, it's really unfinished, and I don't plan to finish it anytime soon. I probably could do it a lot better with the S+. Yeah, again, this was made without S+. So, we're going to move on to another small base location, which is made out of tech. So, let's get to it. So, we are here at the tech base location. Now, yet again, this one is a small base, but it's more finished than the others are. I've got some dinos here and so on and so forth. But yeah, as you can see, we're in the Redwood Forest. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, you built a tech base in a tree. No, I didn't. I built it on a cliff. I built it on a cliff. So if we look to our right here, I actually got a teleporter up right here, back there as well. I got some forges and everything. But over here is our base location, right on the edge of a cliff. But as you can see, it's all made out of tech. So tech replicator, tech transmitter, just tech. Every part of this is made out of tech, as you can see. And this was quite another difficult build. I was messing around with all the tech stuff because it basically just came out. And we got our little diving board here. Oh wait there, that is made out of tech. Okay, I didn't get around to replacing all this. But yeah. As you can see, this isn't built on foundations. This is pillars right here. We had some cables when I was doing the old electrical stuff. But yeah, another pillar-based base. Like I said, as you can see, it's not very big. It's built round a redwood tree. Right here. It's only small, but I think it still looks pretty darn cool, especially when tech was first came out. So let's go in and see what we've actually got. Actually, I think that tree's not meant to be there. I think that's a new growth of redwood tree that's just sprouted up, because this is my tech force field that's meant to be up here. So yeah, but yeah, we got our fabricator, we got our chemistry beds, we've even got an upstairs in this one, where I was putting, what was in here? Just some really cool blueprints, I think. No, I think this is the blueprints ones. As you can see, just look at all these blueprints. This is when I think I discovered fishing was really, really good for blueprints, and I just got them all, and this is just random stuff in here. We've got a little spawn location here as well, but small tech base when I was just experimenting with everything. As you can see, looking kind of cool. So yeah, small but kind of efficient base. Thylacalio, several pteranodons here. But yeah, so we're going to move on to the last base location. Now this is a proper base. This was the first ever base that I built on the center map, and it's my favorite base. It's the base I am most proud of, just because of the scale of it. It's pretty darn big. It was something that I'd never ever done in Ark. It was kind of ambitious for me. So we're going to go over and explore it, and I hope you mortals like it. So we are at the last base location, my most favourite, my most ambition, up to the point where I started the Center series. If you want to see how this was built, make sure you do go and check out my Center playthrough, because we built it there. But this was the first base location I found, because it was on an island. There wasn't really a lot of baddies that could come and attack me. It was the biggest base that I ever built on Ark, because I just finished the island series. I moved on to the center, but yeah, this is the base that I'm most proud of for when I built it without S+, so many difficult things. But we're gonna reveal it right now. It's right here. I just fell off. Yes, this is my very first castle build in Ark. This is without S+. Just imagine first coming on to the center map and deciding, yes, this is the island that I'm going to build on, and this is the very first base that I'm going to build, a huge castle. I think it turned out rather good. I really do. It's absolutely amazing. This base just got expanded upon every time. But as you can see, we got our outer wall on the edges. All this stuff has grown back because it was never usually like this. As you can see, there's just an absolute ton of dinos. But this was made thinking of a whole team just playing here, trying to defend this castle. So you got different look-throughs, different levels to the outer wall right here. Just really nice base. I am so proud of this base. Oh my god, I wish I could get up. Like I said, this was all made without S+. If this made with S+, it would be so much better. But this wall goes all the way around. So we're going to try and quickly sprint whole way around it. So you got a 360-degree vision on every single spot that you could possibly get attacked from. Look. And just a Bronto inside as well. Woohoo! So yeah, we're back to the opposite side right here. So let's just jump down, and then you've got the main castle build right here with the little things in the middle. So good. I love this space, and I still do love this space. So we go in, and boom, we have got our main hall. And wow, these torches are loud. Okay, yeah, main hall of like the king's fiefdom, the king's castle. Some nice tables run down the middle with some artifacts on either side of the pillars with some beer barrels. And then I didn't know how to make a proper throne when Ark came out, so you got the king stuff, just slightly taller than the rest of the people. But then you got out the back here, but we had our main like serving places where the servants would come out from and serve the king food and everything. But I just turned it in to where I'd craft a lot of stuff, store a lot of stuff. There was no vaults involved here. Storage bins, grill, fabrication, chemistry bench, some refrigerators here with a bunch of food and jerky in. Then we had our cooker right here, which I was making dyes in at that present moment in time. And these were pictures, but they've all been removed for unknown. Okay, I was lying. I have got a vault in here. Oh yeah, I put this vault in here because they got rid of the size, didn't they? They made the vault smaller, so this is why it's in here, and it's just filled with dyes. It's just absolutely filled with dyes. They're just an absolute ton of storage, looking pretty cool. But then you had another doorway here that went up to the main towers. So we're going to go up. Now we're at the main towers right here. They run all four corners, but then you could get up to these other towers that are in the center as well. This was extremely hard to do, and when I mean extremely, it was hard to do. Trying to get these at different angles from the normal build was kind of hard, but I did. As you see, I used a lot of fence foundations to try and get these angles right, just to make these look good. But let's go up. Going all the way up to the top of this big one right here. And boom. Here. You could just see everything. I was so proud when I did this. Like I said, if you want to see how this was actually done, make sure you go and check out my center series. Well, let's jump off right here. But as this base grew, I knew I was going to get a lot more dinos. I even experimented with some of the tech stuff here. Tech teleport, tech cloning chamber, and everything else. So I had to build a bridge to another island to try and store all my dinos. And you see, I did build a bridge. It's not a fancy bridge, nothing to write home about, but it did the job. Pretty wide, I could fit most dinos, everything, and stuff just respawns naturally, like these rocks, even though they shouldn't be here. Then I had my little breeding station, well, incubating station. I think I had some railings and walls in here just to block off some stuff, but nothing bad really spawned over here. I've got some oviraptors running around trying to increase the egg production, but yeah, I've got a bunch of dinos here, bunch of T-Rexes, as you can see, just producing eggs. This was the time where we had to get kibble to try and get our perfect tames. Ton of dodos, dillos, trakes, stegos. There, we've got our turtles over here. Then up here we had our brontos and everything. Trying to make this wall half decent that went all the way around. It was a really hard job. It was a really big job to try and pull off for my first base that I created on the center map. It was amazing. But I love this one, and I hope you mortals love this base as well, just as much as I do. What the deuce just tried to attack me? Ah, the birds. Okay. Yeah. That is it for the base tour. I hope I saved the best to last, because this is my best ever build. And also a bit of a news. If you haven't been following my channel recently and you just come to watch this video, make sure you subscribe, because I am, wow, my beard will come in. I am currently in the midst of rebuilding this castle with all the S Plus update. I'm building it over in Ragnarok, because the castle is a lot bigger than you see here. It's just going to look so much better, so make sure you keep your eye open for the live streams that I will be doing and have done the rebuild for this magnificent castle. But I hope you enjoyed, mortals. I hope that maybe this video will give you some ideas of what maybe you want to try and build in Ark. It's a bit easier now you have S Plus. This is all built on console as well. This is all built on Xbox. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you mortals over the next video or the next live stream.